Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to MCQ and pass with flying colors. So here we go. Alright, so what are the MCQs? MCQs are questions based off your cluster and based off of real world scenarios, and you must know vocab to answer these questions, but a lot of them are common sense based questions as well. You will take an MCQ test for each level of competition you go to, so you'll have one district level, state level, and ICDC. They do account for half your score, so you'll have your role play score and then your actual testing score. And you must pass the test for state level, so 70s is passing score, to qualify for ICDC. And the thing that DECA does is that they don't release your testing score until after the tournament. So knowing that, prepare as you must. Alright, so now what is the process? So number one, you're going to pick your event, and your event will fall under one of the 5 below categories. And based off of that, you can use our resources to study. We do have plenty available, so based off of that, you can pick whatever you want and hopefully get the score that you want. Number 4, really important, is that our testing dates are coming up December 8th, 9th, and then 12th and 13th. Another thing is that they are organized by DECA, so we can't really move the dates around, and just based off that, plan accordingly. So here we have an example MCQ. They are all kind of bland, like this one right here, but some important information to remember is that they are all online, and you have 90 minutes for 100 questions, but normally students will range around 40 minutes to an hour, just because they're easy to go through and you can just leave right after you're done. And they are all after school. You'll get to your testing room around 3:45, and because they are organized by DECA, you can't really make it up. And so here's an example of an MCQ. 17 is a real life scenario, like we said before. They do have a lot of those. And 12 is more information based, and we have vocab and different sample exams to help you through those if that's not something that you're good at. Look out for a lot of the questions based off of common sense, like 13. They will really help your score against these information based questions. Okay, now we have our resources that will hopefully get you the score that you want. Number 1, we have Quizlet. It's been pretty unreliable recently, so if you kind of want to browse around, see if you like something, that's definitely there. Number 2, DECA practice exams. So we have a doc here that kind of combines a bunch of sample exams from all the clusters. So let's go on it. Okay. And so see right here we do have vocab for each cluster as well for Studysets, and we'll kind of get into that later. But yeah, so we have 5 clusters right here, and below each cluster there are sample tests. And if you scroll to the bottom, there are answers for that as well and explanations. Okay, so along with the exams, we also have something to track your progress called a progress sheet. And there's something called this, and you can make a copy to edit, of course, but basically you can put a goal. So if you want, let's say like an 80 out of 100, you put that there. And under cluster exam, you put your cluster, and then for practice scores, based off of every attempt that you take, you can go back, score them, and then put your score. This is all optional, obviously. You're just there to track your progress. We do have Quizlet links at the bottom, testing resources. So if you find something that you like, you can just copy and paste. And then topics to work on, some keywords that you want to learn about later.
Hey guys, my name's Navya. I'm going to be another one of your testing coordinators for this year along with Ananya. And I'm just going to show you guys a couple of resources you can use to study for your MCQs. So the first resource you can use is Quizlet. Just go into the search bar and type in your event category or career cluster. So for entrepreneurship, you just look through the Studysets and find one that's made no earlier than 2020, just because there is new definitions that get added in, and the older sets don't always have them. So just go through it and study the definitions, and you can also find performance indicators on, like performance indicator sets on here too. So you can study through those because those are really important for your role play as well. So another really great resource that we actually have that you can use is Studysets. This app is like the same thing as Quizlet, which is really nice, and it is free. Like everything on it is free. So we have all the career clusters on it right now, and for entrepreneurship we have all the terms and definitions for y'all to use and learn and study, and there's also different options, so you can favorite it to bring it to the top of the deck. So it'll just tell you like, oh, you need more help on this, or you have trouble understanding it, so you learn it. And then you can press on the little books and do study swipes, which is like the memorizing. So yay or nay. So nay, if you don't get it, it'll just keep putting it back into the deck until you understand it or you can memorize the definition. And then you can do matchmaker, which is like the matching game in Quizlet. So if you get it right, of course it goes away, and if you get it wrong, it'll stay until you go through the entire deck, which is really nice and also really good for memorizing your terms and studying. And lastly, we do have the multiple guess, which is kind of like the multiple choice test in Quizlet. So this is good for if you think that you have learned the entire deck and you can just go through it and it'll grade it for you at the end as well, so you can see how much you understand and you get right.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck, and let us know if you have any questions.